Okay, so journal number 12 is the single adult in the family life cycle from the Carter and McGoldrick book. And while I'm not single anymore, I used to be, although I don't really feel like I was single that long as far as being an adult. I was single when I was in college, and then I met Steve when I was 21, and then we got married when I was 22 and a half. And I won't say how old I am now, but I'm in graduate school, so you do the math. So I don't personally understand a lot of some of the things that single adults go through, but one of my best friends is a single adult, and she's in her mid-20s, and it's hard for her, you know. I was reading in the text how, for a lot of people, the 20s is the not yet married part. This is when, a lot of people find who they are. They place emphasis on their career, on education. I think a lot of youth, or not a lot of youth, but a lot of, young adults think, oh, well, this is my time to party, have a good time before I settle down. But now, my friend, she's not really the party type. I think she's working on her career. She's a teacher, and she's ready to find that person and to get married. Pretty much all of her really good friends, all of us from college, are all married, and she has to deal with being the unmarried one. And that's a different, dynamic. I mean, we're all still good friends with her, but, I can't completely understand what she's going through. And so, though she has not made it to the 30s, which is what Carter and McGoldrick talk about, facing the single status and trying to embrace the possibilities of marriage and having children, I would say she's definitely ready. And so I'm thinking about your friend. You know who you are, and I don't think you'll be stuck in that single life forever. So don't worry about it. But I have to be honest. I really don't know that many adults that have chosen to just stay single the rest of their life. I mean, I could think of one of my dad's friends from my hometown, and he never really got married. But, there were always suspicions that, that person was gay. And, I don't want to open a whole nother bag of worms. But, anyway. So, but I can't even imagine, being in my 50s maybe and being single and realizing, holy crap, I don't have anybody to take care of me when I get old. I mean, I guess I could hope, if I had some nieces or nephews, that they would. But, to, especially the statistic that said that white men over the age of 70 are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than any of the other populations, like white women, and black men. That's a lot. I guess single, older white men, they just can't handle it, or it's just too hard for them. Hopefully I'll never ever get to that point. But I really do think in working with single adults, you have to work. I think Carter McGoldrick talked about in one place was that, sometimes you may have a client who really their goal is they want to be married or they want to have that serious committed relationship. And I think working with your client where they are is the best thing to do. I mean, I think in those people that just have to be in that relationship, talking to them and kind of trying to dig a little bit deeper. Well, what does this mean that your goal is that you want to be married by 2 years from now? You know, how did you come up with that? Uh, do you feel like, and talking to them about, is this going to fulfill you? What are you looking for in this type of thing? Because I know that there are people out there that are, as a Christian, Paul was single, and I do believe that some people are called to be single. I think sometimes it can be harder to be single, but then again, being a single adult can sometimes be easier. You don't have people depending on you, such as, your husband or spouse or your children. I mean, I guess you could have older parents that are depending on you, but, you can do whatever you want if you live on your own. So, I don't see being single as a completely negative thing. And I know that there's plenty of people out there that are happy to be single, and, good for them. Better for them to be single than to have jumped into a marriage that maybe they shouldn't have when they were too young, or, wasn't the right person. So, all right.